Yeah,
it's terrifying.
It's absolutely terrifying. What the?
Okay.
What's that?
See, that's what I'm saying, dude. Bro, what the hell was that? Dude.
No shortage of wood. Oh shit, there's like barbed wire here.
Some camping encounters leave no clear image, only evidence that something was nearby. One camper found handprints around his truck, while a night runner heard something following beyond his flashlight. Were they being hunted? On July 30th, 2026, Jasco Vlogs, a channel focused on remote camping survival challenges and paranormal exploration, followed Jasco and his friend Chris into Devil's Forest in New York's Adirondack Mountains. A storm prevented them from setting up their tent, leaving them dependent on a fire and their truck for shelter. Soon, the cold became the least concerning part of the trip.
So as you can see, it's much darker out here. We've just been sitting here by the fire for a bit, getting the cameras ready, warming up my boots because they were absolutely frozen. But while we were just sitting here, we've been hearing the strangest noises from the forest. Yeah, I don't know. Chris, what do you think? Oh my God.
You want a what? There? What up, you said? Oh.
Bro, that was like right here. That was like right fucking here.
Holy shit.
What the ever-living shit?
I have chills right now.
Oh. Okay. Oh my God.
No, stop. Hello?
We're gonna be sleeping here tonight. Does that bother you?
Oh my God.
This is freaky. How about this? Can you give us a noise to show us you're here? Can you give us any sort of sign to let us know that something is here with us? Anything at all? Yo, Chris?
The light.
The light died. Oh.
Oh my God, bro.
What the fuck?
Do you have a light with you?
No, I don't think so. In the truck, yeah.
What do you want to do?
Well, there's our sign.
Just quiet.
Mine too. Okay.
Dance? No.
If I have to. No, I'm kidding.
Like Dougie or something? I don't know.
Oh!
Bro, we only have one light right now, so we need to be smart.
Okay.
Dude. We're being surrounded or something right now.
Maybe a good idea to head back that way.
Okay, do you want us to hold that? Maybe transfer power?
Okay. In a secret garden.
Where is the garden?
You said you died in here. Could you give us a sign to let us know what direction you are, where you're buried?
If you guys see anything weird shadows and stuff, make sure you let us know.
Yeah, I'm tripping balls
My
right
eyes
now.
are just like everywhere right now.
Yeah.
Whoa, dude. Was it a scream? What was that?
What? Hold on. There's something moving over there.
Can you come closer to us? Please. Pretty please?
I don't like this at all.
Clearly? Yeah, obviously. Like,
I don't think we should really be pushing it, especially when all we have left is your flashlight.
that's really fun.
It just said leaving the house.
Oh, cool.
Earlier it said I'm at the house. Blackmail. What happened?
Oh, that was a whistle. Or a scream or something.
I'm freaking out, bro, because this is the general direction where I heard those damn voices and whispers when I first got up here. Oh man, I don't like this at all. Right now, I think we should go head down this general area because you said say my name. You said Brian, right? Brian, where are you? Oh!
Bro, what was that?
The time of her death.
7:30, the time of her death.
Who though?
I don't.
And where?
I wonder if it's talking about Grace. When I was here last time and I found.
Maybe we should have camped somewhere else. I don't like this place.
I don't either. This might have been a really poor decision. I'll see you guys back at the campsite. But right now we're gonna go head down there for Chris's channel.
Not looking forward to it.
No, me neither.
Bro, what the f was that?
I have no idea. Guys, there's someone else is here. I'm telling you right now, we literally just ran for our damn lives and all you hear is a voice and then a scream. And we just ran for our lives. Whoa!
What the fuck? Did we just get back to the truck?
Yeah, go. Take measure. We hid because the damn spirit box said hide. We should make it back to the damn campsite.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
Oh shit, go, 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 go. Careful, careful, just go. Please don't fall, please don't hurt yourself. Okay. Oh shit. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Careful, careful. Oh!
After dark sounds began coming from the forest, Jasko activated a spirit box which produced the names Logan and Brianna, along with words connected to a ritual. Farther down the trail, the device appeared to suggest that someone had died there. Soon afterward, a loud human-like scream came from nearby, sending both men running back toward camp.
I don't know what that would have been. It just kind of, we're a glutton for punishment because we keep coming back and we probably shouldn't. Maybe it's not dangerous, maybe it's just scary, but it does feel very unsettling when you're here by yourselves.
Yeah,
it's terrifying.
It's absolutely terrifying. What the?
Okay.
What's that?
See, that's what I'm saying, dude.
Oh, okay, okay. That came from the trail that we just came back from.
That's not normal, bro. That's not, I don't know.
My heart rate right now.
Yeah, it's got you on to like go for a run or something. It's so high. I'm not going up there again.
No, no, absolutely not. Not until at least summertime or something.
We could realistically take the truck other places. There's more trails in this forest.
Yeah, this forest is pretty damn large.
So
So
we're
we
gonna find a new campsite.
could keep on driving and checking out.
Yeah.
We were the only ones here.
Yeah.
Which is kind of reassuring.
A little.
And then it's also freaky when you do have some sort of human interaction like lights in the forest.
Yeah.
It's enough to freak you the hell out. So,
Chris sat beside the fire and described how exposed they felt, miles from civilization with no one else nearby. Just as he finished explaining his growing unease, a sudden noise interrupted him from the darkness. Jasko believed it came from the same trail they had recently explored. Neither man wanted to return in that direction.
all right, guys. So we're gonna trek on deeper into the forest. We packed everything up. Wait a second, Chris.
What?
These are tire marks. These are fresh
hell?
tire marks.
There's no way. We would have saw a car go by.
We went left of our campsite. I showed it earlier in the video. There was
Yeah.
only tire marks from our right. That was ours. That's where we came from.
So like, what would that
And
mean?
these are mine.
Yeah. Like truthfully, I don't understand if we.
Wait.
Whoa. Yeah, there's literally marks right here on the right. Like walking trail. You see this? Bro, what the hell? Oh my god, I literally never noticed that.
Wait. Bro, tell me it does not look like someone pulled in and turned around. Think about it. When we were we were eating and we had the campfire going, we heard what sounded like a truck coming towards us, like a diesel truck, something obviously, something that's possible to drive in this stuff.
Yep.
Bro, what if they came here and turned around? Maybe because they saw our lights.
Maybe. Like we scared them off and they turned around, but would that explain all the stuff we heard earlier? Like, oh my god.
What the fuck was that?
That footsteps. Hello?
Bro, that sounded like a... Hello? Wait, those are footprints. Right there,
Look
look.
at them all.
They're going forward into the forest.
It's very possible there actually could have been somebody.
Somebody parked here, went around, but why?
Why though? 100% why?
But that means that they had to have turned and went this way if we didn't see the car
There's
coming.
no way. Dude, how could we have missed somebody? I'm literally like awestruck right now.
They then discovered fresh tire tracks crossing over their own, suggesting another vehicle had entered the forest. They packed up and began driving out, but something struck the rear of the truck. Minutes later, their headlights revealed a tall, dark shape standing on the snowy road. Unable to identify it, they continued driving and left the area. Despite the encounter, they returned the following evening.
All right, guys, so it is night 2 here in the forest. There are literal footprints right in front of us.
Yeah, footprints all the way down the
Right in the middle. Why wouldn't they just walk on the tire tracks?
I don't know. Look how big they are.
They're-
Those are huge,
yeah.
for sure. Well, we could. I don't know where it goes. We're driving anyway.
I mean, I
right?
can't imagine they walked too far, right?
I wouldn't think so.
Do we go down there? We could keep following those footprints, or we could go see what the hell, because that's off trail.
I mean, I've already had my scary experience for the night, I think. So if you want to check it out, I mean, I'll hold your camera.
I already got some really bad vibes.
If we're walking, I'm going to put my gloves on too.
Yeah, good call. I'll take that from you for a sec. Now, earlier in the video, I mentioned that there was a serial killer that did some really bad things out here. It's a very sensitive subject. I've actually came here before to investigate certain things and tell the story about that. There's an actual story where people were like camping in a tent and the guy came and just killed him. It's very, very sad, but you know, and obviously it scares a lot of people, but at the same time, people are like, well, that would be really cool to go check out. It kind of brings us back to that story we told earlier.
Juliana,
Juliana. Okay, Juliana. Thoughts?
That's weird. Yeah, so that one name that we got was the name of one of the missing people from the trail with the rock. Creepy. Makes it even creepier.
Juliana seeks to lead you.
We're about to go down right now with fresh footsteps.
Are you leading us by the footprints? I said, are the footprints gonna lead us? It said voices.
Lovely.
Juliana, can you give us some sort of sign? Oh my God. Well, it did say voices.
That might have been a voice. Like, truly.
Was that you, Juliana?
Juliana is speaking.
Oh my. Juliana is trying to lead us with her voice. We heard a voice. Juliana speaking.
That's creepy as shit.
All right, I guess we go. I truly can't shake the feeling that there's like someone or something watching us from beyond the trees here.
It feels like we're on the same trail we just went down earlier. Oh, hold on. What is above that?
Panasonic.
It's all frozen.
Fucking
It's been
frozen.
there for a while.
Recording, mini cassette recorder. Hello? But bro, this is a tank top.
So it's like a woman's tank
It's
top?
ripped.
Or is it?
It's ripped.
That's fucking creepy.
Chris,
I don't like that.
why is there ripped clothing in the forest?
I
Why?
can't think of any good reasons.
Who's out here?
Bro, why would you be wearing that this time of year?
I don't. This thing is shot. I'll tell you right now.
All the water in it?
Yeah. Dude, it's so fucking frozen. Like it's cracked.
Yeah.
I'm. Yeah.
Mine earlier did. The hell was that?
It was by the truck.
Wanna go back up there?
Yeah. I don't want anything to fuck with the truck. Oh, fuck. Careful, careful. Who's out there? Yo, let's get back in the truck and let's keep following these footprints.
Yeah.
Fresh human footprints now followed the empty road. The spirit box repeatedly produced the name Juliana as they tracked the prints into the woods. There they found a torn women's tank top, a frozen Panasonic cassette recorder, and a jacket lying in the snow. The footprints ended near a place where a vehicle may have stopped, suggesting someone had carried the objects into the forest before leaving.
Bro, what the hell was that? Dude. Flashlight, bro.
Yo, look!
What the
There's a fucking
What is
handprint.
that?
There's a handprint.
Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Look around. Is there somebody outside?
Oh, Chris. Hold on. My camera. It's over there.
Well, oh, it's over there.
Can you grab the camera? Sorry. There's fucking footprints. Where are they? Oh my God. Look at all these fucking footprints. Yo, where's my camera? What the f? Oh, shit. Oh, dude. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Yo, you good?
Shit. Camera was in the snow.
What? What do you mean?
I was thinking maybe it was the wind. Well, I'm gonna wrap this in my shirt back here.
Oh, it was in the snow.
Hopefully it could dry. Dude, I was like, maybe it was the wind. Bro, this is a fucking handprint.
That's clearly a handprint.
Clear as day
All
handprint. That's enough. We had instances earlier where, no, this is enough.
Yo, look. What is that? You saw that, right?
Yeah. Something is up there.
There's something down there. Yeah, if you want to leave, I mean, yeah, it's fine. There's been too much weird stuff tonight. I just don't know.
For the final night, they parked near the main road and placed a camera outside the truck. A loud noise later woke them. Jasko shined his light toward the window and saw a large handprint on the fogged glass. Outside, the camera had been knocked into the snow, and several footprints surrounded the vehicle. Realizing that someone or something had approached while they slept, they immediately drove away. The tracks and fallen cameras suggest a nearby person, although darkness and stress may have affected how some sounds and shapes were interpreted. Was someone following them through Devil's Forest, or were the clues unrelated? On December 11th, 2021, Trent the Traveler uploaded a video showing an unsettling night of camping. He and his dog stopped in a national forest, built a fire, and prepared dinner beside the van. At first, the trip followed his usual solo camping routine without any clear sign of trouble. As darkness settled in, Trent left the campsite and walked deeper into the forest to collect firewood. The farther he went, the weaker the light became, making the area harder to see. During the search, he came across an abandoned recliner sitting alone among the trees, while a faint humming sound could be heard nearby.
What is that? Okay, that looks weird. Okay, that's not creepy at all. Why is there a random recliner in the middle of the woods? Okay, there was just a weird humming that I heard. I think that's a plane. Oh, it is. It's a plane. All right, Mr. Reclining chair, you look comfy, but I think I'll sit in you some other time. Nice meeting you. See you later.
Trent decided the noise was probably coming from an airplane. Still, he watched the chair longer than expected before continuing on. By then, the forest no longer felt completely empty.
Now the question is, with both of my hands full, how do I get the wood to my campsite? Okay, we're gonna have to do this all weird and stuff. God dang it. I was gone for too long and the fire went out. Frick! Millie. Okay, there we go. Now we got a good fire going again.
After returning to camp and rebuilding the fire, Trent talked about earlier nights when he believed something had been moving around outside his van.
Okay, the fire is roaring finally. It's nice. I'm nice and cozy right now. Do I ever get spooked or creeped out when I'm camping by myself in the middle of nowhere like this? There was actually one instance where I was like fearing for my life. I was in the middle of the desert of Nevada at this hot spring. Night, it was just pitch black except for the stars in the sky. I don't remember the moon being out at all, so when you stepped outside, you could see the silhouette of the mountains and the stars. But there was one particular night where I had shut up my van and I'm getting ready for bed. I'm all cozy in my bed, it's kind of chilly, and it's all quiet. And then all of a sudden, I hear something rustling and tussling right outside my van. There's someone outside my van. And I'm literally thinking like all the worst possible scenarios that could happen from this. And then it gets quiet. The worst possible scenarios. You start hearing things that aren't there. You start seeing things that aren't there. Like even right now, if I looked deep into these woods, like I can see like a silhouette of a person if I really wanted to.
Later, while preparing dinner inside, he suddenly heard a sound just beyond the vehicle.
I'll be snacking on these peppers, you know what I'm saying? They're good. I just heard something outside. Hello? Hello? I could have sworn I just heard something outside.
He stopped and listened, then switched on a light to check outside. Nothing clearly explained the noise. Trent called his dog closer and tried to ease the tension by joking about it. He even invited whoever might be outside to come inside for food. Almost immediately afterward, the camera fell over without any visible cause.
You know, as long as it doesn't happen again. Whoever's out there, I'm making dinner if you want any. Just come on in. Oh! Whoa! I don't know what just happened, but the camera just fell. Okay, is it freaking haunted or something here? Whatever, I don't care.
Despite the strange events, Trent chose to stay overnight. He closed the van doors and turned on a game to bring back a sense of normal routine. Dinner continued, but the unexplained sound and the falling camera had changed the atmosphere around the campsite. Would you have stayed there for the night? This footage records a moment in the forest when a frightening sound suddenly breaks the silence. On October 26, 2022, the YouTube channel Creepy Outdoors uploaded the video. A man sits alone beside a flickering fire which illuminates only a small section of the campsite as the trees behind him disappear into darkness. The area is so quiet that every minor noise becomes noticeable. He eventually stands, takes a light, and begins walking around the campsite.
Wow. I'm telling you guys, there's so many dead trees here. This is one of the creepiest forests I've ever been. And I'll be spending the night here, which is always fun. Another dead tree, completely derooted. Whoa. I'm not sure if you guys ever seen the Blair Witch Project, but this is just giving me Blair Witch Project vibes.
Its beam moves across the trees while dry leaves crack beneath his steps. For a while, the situation still seems under control. Then, a sudden scream carries through the forest. Until that moment, the area had remained completely silent, with no indication that anyone else was nearby.
Oh, fuck. Oh, hi. What the hell? I need to get out of here. Oh, boy. Okay. That was fucking creepy. I need to get out of here. Of creepy, then I don't know what it means. I was literally just talking about Witchblade Project, and then the creepiest, and I mean the creepiest voice of what I would imagine a witch to sound like, just says, "I see you." I'm either extremely unlucky or very fortunate to have recorded this.
He stops immediately as his body stiffens and his heartbeat rises. Trying to remain calm, he calls toward the darkness, but nothing answers. The silence that follows only increases his uneasiness. He quickly turns around, heads back to the tent, gathers his belongings, and leaves the forest that same night. When camping alone, the most lasting memory may not be something seen in the darkness, but a sound whose source can never be identified. On January 8, 2025, Mighty Mouse uploaded a video to his small YouTube channel, which mainly features gym content and occasional camping trips. For this outing, he entered the woods with a new companion, his puppy Belle, who was experiencing the forest for the first time.
Gear, loadout shot maybe. Got my new Silky, hopefully tucked back there. Yep, that big orange thing. And then little Belle. And I don't think I'll really go that much in, but I'm hoping that there's water. If there's not water, we may have to go all the way down. But my pack is definitely pretty heavy right now. I think everything still pretty well on there. Yeah.
He hiked until he found a suitable location. He set up his tarp and gathered rocks to form a fire pit.
Okay. And then what I'm gonna try to do is just get this started. Come on, there we go.
For a while, the trip unfolded exactly as expected. The campsite remained calm, the setup went smoothly, and nothing seemed unusual. That feeling began to change after nightfall.
She definitely seems a little tired and kind of scared, maybe. I don't know. Is your nail okay? I hope she didn't hurt it. No, I think she's fine. It's dirt. Definitely hear some animals, like coyotes or something. I'm not sure what that's about. But it's 5:36. Man, that's going pretty good so far. Oh no, bro.
The forest filled with animal calls coming from multiple directions. They may have been coyotes or wolves, but he could not identify them with certainty. What made the situation more concerning was that several animals appeared to be calling back and forth through the darkness. Belle noticed the sounds as well and became visibly uneasy while they continued. At one point, the calls suddenly stopped, leaving the area completely silent. During that quiet period, he decided to prepare food. With several unidentified animals somewhere beyond the campsite, cooking carried the risk that the smell might spread through the woods.
It's not like super done. Probably done just enough.
The calls returned while he was eating. Even so, he finished his meal and settled in for the night. The howling continued intermittently for hours from somewhere beyond the tree line. Fortunately, whatever was making the sounds never approached the campsite. The smell of the food didn't draw anything closer to him or Belle. By morning, the forest had become quiet again, as though nothing had happened. He packed his equipment, left with Belle, and returned home safely after a long night in the woods. This case is real, and the witness is named Noelle Jean Seward, a solo backpacker preparing for a long, unsupported trek. She shared the footage on Instagram in August 2025, describing it as the most frightening wildlife encounter she had ever faced. She had already covered more than 40 miles that day. The video is brief because she says she never recorded the worst moments. She was focused on staying alive.
I don't know if you can see its eyes, but I'm having a standoff with what might be a fucking mountain lion right now. Stay away! Get away!
Earlier that evening, a black bear had approached her tent and she made enough noise to drive it away. That alone would have been serious, but later she woke with a strong, unmistakable sense that something was watching her. She aimed her headlamp toward the trees. About 20 to 30 feet away, a pair of yellow eyes looked back while the animal slowly moved its head as if studying her.
Hey! I see you! Stay away! Stay away! Psh.
A mountain lion paced through the shadows, remaining in the dangerous space between following and attacking, possibly protecting cubs nearby.
Psh. Oh, this is so scary. Psh. Hey, bear! Get away, bear! Okay, I've decided to pack up camp and move. Something's been messing with me for a couple of hours.
She made herself appear larger, kept the beam on its eyes to disrupt its night vision, and packed up to leave in complete darkness. The footage shows her walking away from camp while the animal continued watching. Whatever kept those eyes fixed on her never stepped into the light, leaving one question: was it warning her away or waiting for the wrong move? This case needs no monster, only the knowledge that, while Noah slept alone in darkness, someone was outside trying to enter his truck. He posted the footage in April 2020, after nearly deciding not to share it. Noah had been camping near Sun River. He pulled off beside a road in a wooded area, and planned to sleep inside his vehicle, believing nobody else was nearby. During the night, however, someone approached the truck and moved around it while he remained inside.
Kind of hard to tell, but you can kind of hear it in the background, but yeah, didn't really record after I got out and stuff.
I'm currently sleeping in the back of my truck right now. I don't even know what time it is. And there's someone walking around my truck right now. If you can hear that, it's pretty loud.
The most troubling evidence appeared after he returned home the following day. Looking over the vehicle in daylight, Noah found marks he had not noticed during the encounter.
2:30 in the morning right now. He's still walking around my truck. I'm gonna try to see if I can flash my light to get him scared. So he runs away. There he is. Oh my god. Oh my god.
So I'm back home. This is the day after. He was trying to peek in my truck quite a bit with all these marks. I didn't even notice until I got home. Handprints there, a lot of scratches, stuff like that.
Handprints covered the truck while long scratches ran along its side as though someone had dragged their fingers across the metal. More prints were concentrated around the doors, suggesting the stranger may have touched the handles and attempted to get inside. Noah never learned who had circled the truck or what that person wanted.
Dragging his finger on my side of my truck. Well, looks like to be trying to get inside my truck. That's really all I could tell from when he was walking around. That's new. Don't know how that got there. More handprints trying to get in my truck. Yeah, that was the result. So
he only knew that someone had spent the night moving around the thin metal shelter where he slept, leaving behind evidence for him to discover later. What do you think the stranger actually wanted that night? Around 9:40 p.m., deep in the woods, outside Boulder, Colorado, ultra runner Chris Myers was recording a night session for upcoming races.
Hey, Chris here. We are in Boulder, Colorado, in the middle of the night, in the woods. We're doing some night hiking for some preparation for some upcoming races. So I'm taking you out here to You hear that? The thing about Colorado is there's a lot of wildlife out here, so you're never quite alone. I'd hate to run into a bear or a cougar tonight, though.
He knew the area and acknowledged that nobody is ever completely alone there. The last animals he wanted to encounter were a bear or cougar. Then the recording stopped feeling like a training log.
Okay, I've been going for a bit. Something's definitely out. It sounds big. I think it's following me. I keep hearing it. It's staying out of my flashlight.
Something appeared to be moving through the darkness with him. It sounded large, seemed to follow his path, and remained audible as he continued forward. Each time Chris directed his flashlight toward the noise, whatever made it stayed beyond the beam. That detail made the encounter unsettling. He never caught a clear look at anything. Instead, the unknown presence seemed to match his movement while avoiding the light. Chris called into the darkness, but received no response.
So I'm gonna go. Hello? Anyone out there? Hello?
Despite the warning signs, he moved toward the place where he believed the sound had been coming from.
Was that a person? I should go look. I should go check it out. Okay. I'm gonna go look. Okay. He was just over here, I think.
The video ends with his uncertain conclusion. Nothing is clearly shown yet. That is what makes the footage effective. The threat remained unseen while apparently watching him throughout the encounter. What do you think was following Chris through the woods that night? This case comes from the YouTube channel Exploring with Angelo. In a short uploaded on January 30th, 2025, the video follows a man camping alone as he records himself searching the woods around his site. What unsettles him is not something visible, but a sound he cannot identify. While looking around and noticing plenty of firewood, he finds something unusual. Barbed wire runs between several trees, then suddenly ends without enclosing an area or leading anywhere.
Oh, no shortage of wood. Oh shit, there's like barbed wire here. What the hell? What's back here? Okay, well let's not trip into that.
He moves a little farther behind it. That is when a strange clicking sound comes from somewhere in the trees behind him.
Oh damn. Oh damn, that is cool. I think that actually was the spot that I was trying to get to, maybe. I'm not really sure, to be honest, but... the fuck was...
His reaction changes immediately, and he begins stepping away while listening for it again. After waiting a few more seconds, he decides not to continue and returns toward the fire.
Honest, but... the fuck was that? I heard a weird clicking noise. Okay, let's back away. I think there's something back there. What the hell? There's no animal that makes that fucking noise. That is really weird. Okay, whatever, let's go back to the campfire.
He never discovers what produced the noise. Back at camp, he considers the unexplained details, the barbed wire that led nowhere, the clicking without any visible source at all, and the fact that he had not seen any animals nearby. Far from other people and unable to identify what was in the trees, he remained alone with the sound. On September 17, 2023, the YouTube channel Mo Sargi released a video following Mo and Aldo's journey to Bluefield, West Virginia. The two friends had traveled 15 hours from Canada to investigate one of Appalachia's most discussed locations. Downtown Bluefield seemed divided.
Ever. Our main goal, check things out, show you guys the poorest regions of West Virginia, and maybe meet some of the locals, and also check out some haunted spots. But there's also a dark side to West Virginia, things that people don't know about. We're also going to be diving into that throughout this little West Virginia series that we are doing.
You can see story time videos, but no one has dared to actually go deep into Appalachia to document it on their cameras. We're going to be filming all the haunted stuff that people are too afraid to do on all our cameras, just for you guys.
Stories of Bigfoot in these regions, in the Appalachians. There are stories of like inbred families in the forests and
stuff.
There are
stories of the Moonshine Queen, guys. There are so many people who have actually went missing in these areas. While some people know that this is the one of the poorest regions, people have never documented.
Buildings along one side of the street stood abandoned and damaged, while the opposite side looked clean and undisturbed.
There's no business, there's nobody coming here. But this side here, where the federal buildings are, it's clean, it looks mint, there's a clock tower. It's crazy because it's literally divided by this big building here. You got the good side and you got the ugly side. Take a look at this. Look at what I just found here. This is...
Mo and Aldo questioned residents about the feral people said to inhabit the mountains. Some insisted they knew nothing about them, while others advised the pair to avoid looking for them.
Cannibals. Wow. Well, like, so far I've been asking people out here, and it's like, we never heard of them.
I never heard of it. That's the first time. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, wow.
We just drove to another part of town that's looking really, really...
A local man named Adam said the rumors were genuine. According to him, these people stayed deep within the mountains, seldom entered town, and reacted badly to outsiders.
The term is feral people. Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
That's what they call them.
Oh, you've heard about the feral people?
Actually, there's a movie on about them. It's on Netflix.
So I've never watched any of these movies on Netflix because I really don't have the time for it. But like the feral people, what do you know about the feral people?
Don't want to mess with them, that's for sure.
No. Really?
Dude, I told you, we heard this online.
What do you know about the feral people? We've never heard of them. They don't exist. It's a myth. And then we get people that are saying, don't mess with them. They're gonna eat you.
They to themselves, they don't.
Right. They don't play by the rules.
So they're real. They're real.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But if you go, just be careful.
Okay, yeah.
Take a gun with you.
For real.
We're Canadians, so they don't allow us to bring guns across the border. I got a knife though, but yeah.
Oh my God.
You know
Okay.
They don't like, from what I hear, they don't like trespassers. And
Yeah,
they'll
they don't.
hunt you and actually eat human skin from what I've heard.
They'll get rid of you.
Yeah.
They own a bunch of land.
Oh, okay.
They live in the mountains. And like I said, they don't come to town for nothing.
Nothing.
So how could someone that lives in the mountains, never own nothing, own all the land?
I guess
By
they
keeping people out.
Yeah, I guess they pretty much took it.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah, they
God.
took it.
Where do you think we can go?
Where can we find them? You got an address?
No.
After meeting Adam Mo, and Aldo traveled to an abandoned mansion near a trail entering the Appalachian forest.
We're about to find out.
Yeah, and the crazy part is that the mansion backs onto some of the haunted trails of the Appalachian forest. There is a big trail that goes deep into the woods. So is this going to be like I'm kind of nervous to go there. This is going to be crazy. So thank you to our friend Don.
We're getting the full experience.
The full experience. We're so tired, but we're going to keep going just for you guys.
Yep. This is scary, bro.
Their friend Don, the property owner, had warned them that workers had abandoned the renovation before finishing it. Not long after going inside, they heard movement upstairs.
I want to get... No, I can't. No, bro. We don't have any weapons on us right now.
Should we go check?
It sounds like somebody walking upstairs. I'm about getting ready to get the hell out of here.
Hold on, is there something we can use possibly?
Yeah, maybe.
Bro, because I heard that. That was loud. Somebody's upstairs.
Hello?
Who's up there?
No one responded when they tried to make contact. On the second floor, they discovered red stains across the walls, unusual writing carved into surfaces, and a closet marked with dark smears. Ultraviolet light made those stains easier to see.
Dude, I'm legit terrified right now. There's somebody walking inside the house. Hey, who's here?
We know you're here hiding.
Hear that?
You can't be here.
Yo, what if it's one of those, like, feral people?
There's more here. There's more blood here.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Dude, there's literally blood. And he told me about that. He said there's a child's room that has blood in it, and there's some weird writing everywhere.
This is why he said come at your own risk.
Let us out?
Let us out. What does that even mean?
Look at this. There's a whole closet covered in blood. What the heck? I'm gonna have to blur that blood, you guys.
Close to the attic, Mo felt a cold touch against his ankle, though nothing appeared nearby.
Oh, dude. It's actually
I
still
think I missed
touching me.
it.
Huh? Like, I literally still
does it feel like?
I feel like I'm being touched, and it feels kind of cold.
Move,
But
move.
a gentle touch.
Move your foot. Let me see. Last time I didn't believe you, and then when I was editing, I saw a legit scratch on your leg.
Their K2 meter later climbed to its highest reading outside a shut door as a movement sounded from behind it.
Oh my god, it's going straight to orange right here at the doorstep.
Is anybody in here?
Yo, it's freaky. Going straight to red. What the hell? Look at this.
Something is inside here.
I don't know, like, if what I'm more afraid of, feral people or these freaking spirits. Oh, what the hell? It's still going off. Here, I'm gonna turn off my light so you guys can see this. Yeah. Oh, that's going straight to red.
Something's here.
What is that noise? Yeah. There's something walking around in here.
Inside the basement, a light turned off without either man touching the switch.
Dude.
How the? Dude, the light literally just turned on by itself.
Bro, it's weird because as that happened, I was looking at this hand. There's a random glove here.
What? Why is there a hand down here? It must be the workers that you said ran away.
Yeah, that scared the crap out of me. I know it's just a light, but that light should not have gone off like that.
How did it just turn on by itself?
I'm filming the light. How would I flick it off?
Moments later, clicking came from directly overhead.
We're right under it here. It sounded like clicking. Bro.
Residents in Bluefield had described clicking as a hidden communication method supposedly used by mountain dwellers in darkness. Alarmed by the events, Mo and Aldo gathered their gear and left quickly. Aging structures can produce sounds through shifting wood plumbing and animals. Even so, the warnings from locals and unexplained clicking raised one final question. Was somebody concealed inside the mansion? That's it for tonight. Which moment creep? Drop it in the comments. Have your own story, share it with us, and stay tuned. The next one is even darker.